Marcus Bell is 41 and he lives in his van. Not literally, he goes home at night. But his real office is the driver's seat. He fixes commercial coffee machines all over Brookfield, 8, 9, 10 stops on a good day. Cafes, offices, hotel lobbies. Every one of them with a dead machine and a manager who needed it working an hour ago. So Marcus moves fast. That's the whole job. Park, fix, pay the meter, drive, repeat. He isn't careless, he's efficient, because he has to be. And somewhere in the last few years, paying for parking stopped being a decision and turned into a reflex. Lift the phone, scan the little code, tap to pay, go. You know this muscle memory? Maybe not for parking meters, but for something. The thing you do so many times a day that your brain checks out and your thumb takes over. That autopilot is comfortable. It's also, it turns out, the exact door this scam walks through. Tuesday, 11:40. Marcus pulls up on Harbor Street, meter running, a hotel espresso machine dead 2 blocks away, and the manager already texting twice. He walks to the meter, holds up his phone, and scans the QR code printed right there on the front. Same as always, same as 1,000 times before.
All right, $3.75. Pay the meter. Let's go.
Except this time, over the real code the city printed on that meter, someone has pressed a small, neat sticker. Same size, same style. A different QR code underneath. Marcus never looked at the meter. He looked at his phone, and his phone is already opening a page. The page loads. Park Brookfield Pay. Clean logo, city colors, looks exactly right. And the first thing it shows him isn't a payment form. It's a CAPTCHA, confirm you're human, a checkbox, a couple of blurry traffic lights to tap. Marcus taps them without a second of thought because he's tapped 1,000 of those too. Hold on to that CAPTCHA, because it's doing something clever we'll come back to. For now, just feel how normal it makes everything seem. You don't put a security check in front of a scam, right? That is the entire idea. CAPTCHA cleared. The page flips to a payment screen, and now there's a clock. Session expires in 2 minutes. Pay $3.75 now to avoid an $85 citation. The number counts down. 159, 158. Marcus has a dead machine 2 blocks away and a penalty on the line if he fumbles. He taps to pay, and the page says, sign in with Meridian to confirm your payment. His bank, his actual bank, the one whose app is already on this phone. The little Meridian logo, the familiar blue, so Marcus types his Meridian username, his password, then his card number, the expiration, the 3 digits off the back, tap, payment processing.
Okay. Done. Machine, here I come.
And he drives off. That's the quietest, ugliest part of this one. No alarm, no dramatic moment. He paid for parking, or he thinks he did, and got on with his day. The trap didn't spring. It closed softly behind him, while he was already thinking about the next stop. So let's slow all the way down and take apart what just happened, because every single step of that was built on purpose. And once you see the machine, you can't unsee it. Start with the sticker, the most physical low-tech part of the whole thing. The FTC has reported this in plain words. Scammers are covering up QR codes on parking meters with a QR code of their own. That's it. No hacking, no malware yet. Just a printed sticker over a real code in public in daylight. Now here's the deeper reason. A QR code works so well as a weapon. A QR code is a link you can't read. Type a web address and you see it. Every letter, every misspelling. A QR code is that same address, ground into a square of noise your eyes can't parse. You're pointing your phone at a link and clicking it blind, trusting whoever printed the square. And there's a second move hidden in that scan. The page doesn't open on some locked-down work computer behind a company firewall. It opens on your personal phone. Security researchers describe quishing exactly this way. It's designed to make you pivot from a protected device onto a mobile one, hopping the fence email and web filters put up. The scan itself is the escape hatch. Then that CAPTCHA. Remember how normal it felt? That's the point of it. Microsoft's security team, studying email attacks in early 2026, describes fake CAPTCHA pages being used as a visual decoy. They give the appearance of a legitimate security check while concealing the transition to malicious content, and by forcing you to stop and click, they throw off the automated scanners trying to catch the page. It reassures the human and blinds the robot in one screen. Then the urgency, that countdown clock, that $85 penalty, not decoration. That's the engine. The FTC puts it simply. Scammers make up a reason for you to scan and build a sense of urgency so you open the link and act without thinking about it. A ticking clock is just a thought suppressor with a friendly interface. And finally, the spoofed page. Sign in with Meridian. The FTC's line here is almost eerie. A scammer's QR code could take you to a spoofed site that looks real but isn't, and if you log in, they can steal anything you enter. That is, mechanically, exactly what happened. Marcus wasn't hacked. He was handed a fake door with his bank's logo painted on it, and he was moving too fast to read the address on the way in. So what did it cost him? Be precise here, because the damage is not the parking money. Marcus didn't lose $3.75. He handed over his Meridian username, his password, and his full card number to strangers in about 90 seconds, and never knew it happened. That evening, a text lands. Brookfield Toll Services, an unpaid toll of $12.51. Pay now to avoid a $50 late fee, and a link. Different hook, same family, same pressure, and he almost taps it because now he's primed. That's how these travel. One successful scan makes the next one feel routine.
Wait, 1251, that's weirdly specific, and I never signed up for. Hold on, that parking page this morning. It made me log into my bank to pay a meter. Why would a parking meter ever need my bank password?
And there's the moment the floor drops out, not when he was robbed. Hours later, when he finally looked. He pulls up that morning's page, still sitting in his history, and reads the address for the first time. It is not his bank. An extra letter, a domain that was never Meridian. He gave his banking login and his card to a lookalike, and worked 3 more stops before he even suspected. This is the real shape of the hurry scam. It isn't greed. Marcus wasn't chasing anything. He was trying to pay for parking and get to a broken machine. The scam didn't find a weakness in him. It used a strength, the speed that makes him good at his job, and it's climbing. Microsoft counted a 146% jump in QR code attacks across corporate inboxes in early 2026 alone. That's the business side. The parking meter version has no tidy statistic, but it spreads for the same reason. A scan is faster than a thought. What Marcus does next is really the only part of this story you need, because the fix and the prevention are almost the same 5 moves. Let's make them yours before a sticker makes them urgent. The playbook. 5 rules, straight from the FTC and the FBI, and the sources are on your screen. Get these into your thumbs the same way the scam got in, as reflex. Rule 1. A QR code is a link you cannot read, so read it before you commit. When your phone previews the web address after a scan, look at it, actually look. The FTC's words, if you see a QR code in an unexpected place, inspect the URL before you open it, and make sure it isn't spoofed with a misspelling or a switched letter. If the address isn't obviously exactly your city or your bank, stop. Rule 2. If it's a physical code, check the surface it's printed on. The FBI says it directly. Ensure the code hasn't been tampered with, such as with a sticker placed on top. Run a thumbnail across it. A sticker on a metal meter has an edge you can feel. The exact scam that got Marcus dies right here, for the price of 1 second and a fingernail. Rule 3. Be suspicious of any code or link that arrives already pushing you. The FTC don't scan a QR code in an email or text you weren't expecting, especially if it urges you to act immediately. Unpaid toll, undelivered package, a problem with your account. The urgency is the tell. If you think it might be real, don't use their link. Contact the company on a number or website you already know is real. Rule 4, and this one alone would have saved everything. Never enter a payment or a login on a site a QR code sent you to. The FBI is explicit. Avoid making payments through a site you navigated to from a QR code, and use caution entering login or financial information. A real parking meter takes a card or sends you to the city's own official app. It does not ask you to sign in with your bank. If a code wants your bank password, the code is the thief.
A parking meter asked me for my bank login, and I just gave it. Now it's the first thing I look for. Where is this actually asking me to type my password?
Rule 5. If you already scanned and entered something like Marcus did, now speed is on your side, so move. The FTC, change that password right away and turn on 2-factor authentication. Call your bank on the number on the back of your card, never a number the scam gave you, and freeze or replace the card. Then get your free credit report at annualcreditreport.com and read your statements for charges you didn't make. That is exactly what Marcus did that night. New password, two-factor on, card frozen through a call to the real Meridian number off the back of the card. He lost a card number and a bad hour. He didn't lose his account because he moved as fast on the fix as he had on the scan. So, one more time, all 5, quick. 1. A QR code is a link you can't read. Inspect the address before you trust it. 2. On a physical code, feel for a sticker on top. 3. Pressure plus a code equals a scam. Reach the company on a number you already know. 4. Never pay or log in on a site a QR code sent you to. Use the official app. 5. Already scanned? Change your password, turn on two-factor, call your bank on the number on your card, watch your statements. And underneath all 5, one line to carry into every parking lot, every inbox, every package on the porch. The QR code is not the payment, it's just a door someone else built. Slow down for the 1 second it takes to see where it goes. That 1 second is the whole defense. Next time, the message that isn't asking you for money at all. It's warning you. A text from your bank's fraud department, an alert about a login you didn't make, each one built to make you the one who reaches out, so the trap feels like your own idea. We take apart the alert that turns your own caution against you. And if you know someone who lives in their vehicle for work, a nurse, a contractor, a delivery driver, anyone who pays for parking on the run, send them this before their next stop. It fits on the dashboard. The code is not the payment. Look before you scan.